and welcome to my little bookish corner of the internet. My name's Harriet.
Hello, Harriet from the future here, just popping in to say that I hope you had a very lovely Christmas and that you got to spend loads of time with your family and your friends, and if you didn't, I hope that you had a really lovely time anyway. But yeah, I completely forgot because I was pre-filming this, I didn't realise what day this would go up. So yeah, I just hope that you had a really lovely time.
Today I'm going to be doing my spoiler-free review for The Christmas Pig by J.K. Rowling. Now this is a children's book that has come out this year, so it's a very new release, and I don't generally buy new books for myself, but this was a gift and I thought that I would read it because I was very interested in it. So yeah, let's get into this. Basically, the story behind this book, if you didn't already know, is we are following a young boy called Jack, and he has his favourite cuddly toy who is called Der Pig. I know that sounds like a strange name, but it comes from when he was a very young toddler and he couldn't say the word the properly, so he called it Der Pig instead of the pig, and from there the name just stuck. So he calls him DP for short, and he is this little cuddly plushy pig who has gone through so much with Jack, and Jack has put a lot of love and energy into this toy. And he adores him, he tells him all his secrets, and he always goes to sleep with him at night. So they've been together for a really long time, and it's coming up to Christmas, and Jack is living with his mum and his stepdad and his stepsister. And his stepsister is basically going through some stuff. So she's having a really rough time and she ends up taking it out on Jack. They have a really big falling out and it ends up with Jack losing DP and not being able to get him back. So he is absolutely distraught, and his family try to replace the pig for him by replacing him with a new version of the pig who does look the same, but he's obviously not gone through that stuff with Jack, so Jack doesn't love him as much. He's too new, he doesn't smell right, he's got the right eyes, he isn't completely battered, he just looks too fresh and too new, and Jack doesn't trust him. But his name is the Christmas Pig, or CP for short. And on Christmas Eve, when Jack is absolutely distraught that he's lost DP, CP comes to life and tells Jack that they can go to the land of the lost to get back DP so that Jack can be happy again. So it's a very cute little story, a really nice kind of step into a very different magical world. Obviously Rowling is very good at creating magical worlds. We know that from the Harry Potter series. Just incredible. Very different kind of magic in this book, but something that I really loved. And I feel like if you like Inside Out, the film, you will like this because it's kind of got similar themes in there. And I found it very interesting. So in this land of the lost, we see all of these things that can be lost, and it's not just physical items, it can actually be kind of personality traits and emotions and things like that. So for example, there's a character in here called Power because someone lost their power. So I found that very interesting. So I think the concepts within this book are really cool, and I also think that the characters in this book are amazingly created as well. They feel very realistic. I found with a lot of the other children's books that I've read in the past, the character development kind of isn't there because it doesn't need to be almost, but it's not just children that read these books, you know, it's people that have grown up with the author or people that have grown up with books that are similar when they were a kid and they want some kind of feeling of nostalgia. So adults will be reading this as well, and I think that it's really lovely that Rowling kind of put the effort into making those characters so incredibly well developed and very realistic and believable. And there's so many different kinds of characters as well, so you're always going to find one that you really love. I think that the kind of communication and the relationship between our two main characters, so Jack and the Christmas Pig and then Jack and Der Pig as well, I think that their relationships and the way that they communicate and talk to each other feels very kind of natural and feels like that is how a child would talk to its cuddly toy. So yeah, it was just really well written and really beautiful. I think that it is jam-packed full of action. There are so many landscapes within this as well. The Land of the Lost is super vast, and we get to visit all these different places, all these different characters, and I just think it was very cleverly done, but it still felt simple enough that you could read it to a child and they would kind of get what was going on. But as an adult, you're reading it and it seems so vast and so complex, but it's really not. It's just your imagination kind of running away with you. So yeah, I just thought it was really lovely. It's written really well. Yeah, I didn't know what to expect from this, but I ended up really loving it. I think it was really good. There's also a lot of really good morals in here, which is what I truly love about children's novels. There are always underlying themes of being honest and being loyal and being someone that kind of cares about your family and your friends and looks after them. So there was a lot of that in here, and I really do enjoy reading that because, I don't know, it just feels very special and feels very lovely and something that I really enjoy reading about. So yeah, I would say that if you're thinking of picking this up, please do, because I think it's really lovely. And overall, it ended up being one of my favourite reads of the year. It's the perfect time of year to read it. It is super festive and super Christmassy, but it doesn't feel cheesy. It just is a really good book. I cannot praise it enough. I think it was wonderful. It obviously ended up being a 5-star read for me, which is really great because I haven't had many recently. So yeah, I had a great time with this. Overall, I think it's really good, and I think it would make a beautiful Christmas present as well, whether that's for an adult or whether it's for children. They're gonna absolutely love this. So yeah, that is it for my review today. Please let me know if you're interested in reading this one, or if you've already read it, what did you think? But that is it for me today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!